Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, YouTube. What's going on? It's your boy Joey Does Tech, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at my old broken Xbox One Elite controller. I still have the case for it, as you can see here, and lo and behold, if I open this up, that wasn't meant to fall. Lo and behold, the Xbox One controller. Now, it doesn't actually look that bad from this angle, but if I take it out of the case, you can see it's not in the best of condition. There is supposed to be rubber grips here, but over time, I think I've had this for about 5 years maybe, or whenever the first one came out. And just over time, the grips peeled off due to heat from my hands, as you can see. And we also have no RB trigger, or button, trigger button thing. And I've got that. That's what fell out at the start, right here. So that's obviously meant to be in there. And today we're going to be replacing it. Like I said, the rest of the controller it's not amazing condition. As you can see, I don't know if you guys can see from the Xbox button here, there's a little bit of the fake silver missing, but the rest of the controller isn't horrendous, just a little bit dirty. So we'll be taking it apart and giving it a little bit of a clean, and hopefully manage to fix it. So we're just going to start with a little run through of exactly what it is that I've bought and how much it cost. Now, I did spend a little bit of time trying to research on what the best type of grips were to replace the ones that came with the actual controller itself. And these were pretty much top of the list. They were £8.99 from eBay, and a lot of them had sold. So we're going to go with these ones. So this right here is the replacement RB button. But what I didn't know is that you can't just buy the button on its own. You actually have to buy the whole front panel, which is what we're going to be replacing today with this. This was, I believe, £4.99 from eBay. So that's not a bad little purchase at all. So with all the tools in place, let's start by taking the controller apart. First things first, we're going to pop the back plate off. Next, we're going to hold down the trigger, and we're just going to pry away on this area here from the controller with a little bit of force. Now, it might feel like you're going to break it, but you do need to put a little bit of force behind it. There's some double-sided sticky tape just here, so we'll put that over on the side. We're going to do that for the other side as well. So again, trigger in, pry away from the controller, and there we go. There's the other one. Now, I'm not going to put the replacements on just yet, because we do need to replace the RB. And to do this, from my understanding, we need to, there's a little message that says hello from Seattle. So what we're going to do is take the sticker off, not even off, just peel it back a little bit, I think is what we need to do. So we just need to get to that. Essentially, taking this sticker, taking this sticker off will show us a magic and secret screw that we need to undo to get into the controller. And there she is, the magic screw underneath the sticker. So I believe this is called a torque screw. I don't know what torque it is. I know there's a couple of different numbers, but there's 5 screws on this controller. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 in the battery. Yeah, so having this controller didn't really benefit me that much. And I would say, now looking back on it, that it was a complete and utter waste of £150, to be honest, because I didn't even use the triggers, etc. It had a nice weight to it, but that's pretty much the only advantage that I could see to spending that. No, I can't even justify that. But there might be some people out there who, you know, playing on the pro scene of Call of Duty or any other Xbox games that would highly benefit from this sort of controller. Perfect. And there's the last one. So we've got all our 5 screws there. Wunderbar. So now what we should be able to do is just simply lift off the front face. The front facing plate. So we're going to take that and just put it up here. Wow, look at it. That's electrical tape, right? Yep. That's pretty cool, man. Never been inside of one of these. Can I just lift this off? Does that? Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, sorry, a little bit sidetracked, I've never seen the inside of an Xbox One controller, but if you wanted to see, that's what it looks like. Pretty cool, huh? And then we simply flip it over. That's just fallen off. Let's put that back on. It's fallen off again. And this has fallen off. What's this for? Where does this? Oh, okay, that's that button, right? Okay, it's not a button. That's a slider, okay? Okay, we'll take this one off as well. I don't believe they need to be, but what I am going to do is just have them right and left, just to make sure. And then if okay, this button doesn't want to stay in. This is just the number between 1 and 2. Basically, you can set profiles on the Xbox One controller. So you can have profile 1 or profile 2. So I'll just remove that real quick. We should be able to flip it over and remove the back plate apparently. Oh snap, there's a freaking ribbon cable. What? Bro, the guy doesn't tell you about the ribbon cable that's inside. What the hell? Oh, this just got a lot more interesting then. Good job I didn't pull from that too hard. Do I just slip that one out? Is there any catch? There is a catch. Okay, right. So we need to be really, really careful now. I haven't even got my gloves on. This is bad, really. Okay, so there is a ribbon cable in here, which I didn't know about, which I'm just going to... I don't even know if you do, you know. I think it might just be a simple case of... Do you know what? Do you know what? We don't actually, to be honest, need to remove the ribbon cable because we should be all good doing what we're doing. So we are just going to leave it for the time being, flip it over, and we should now just be able to remove... Be careful of this, Joey. We should just be able to remove... Okay, so it was just a case of lifting that up. And now we've got to be careful of the back. Perfect. Okay, so this is now what we have. It does, yes, it looks a little bit scuffed. I will give you that. But it's because we haven't removed the back plate. So I'll tell you what, we can just put that back in, I'm pretty sure. I don't want to mess with the ribbon cable, to be honest. And now what we need to do is just simply put the new one on. So as you can see, this is the old one, and it has quite literally just snapped. I'm going to see if you guys can see what I'm talking about. So you see where I'm pointing? That's where it snapped. You see the other one has the trigger attached. That is where it snapped. So I've just had to put the button back in place because that fell out. So we now should be able to push down on the trigger buttons, and apparently this is the tricky bit. Believe it or not, this bit is actually quite tricky. Now, when this came, I did actually have to assemble it, but it was simply a case of putting the RB and the LB, which is essentially a long stick, into the casing. So this isn't the hard part. The hard part is, the worrying part is just trying to clip it in. I don't want to obviously do it too hard. That does not want to go in. It's just not sitting like flush at all. It does not want to go in any way, shape or form, man. But why? I'm going to start. I've removed the RB and the LB, and I'm just going to see if this clips in. So that, okay. So as you can see, that clips in. So I've just removed the RB and the LB, just to see if that makes a difference. Yeah, I didn't really think this was going to be that fiddly, to be fair. I thought this might be a quick and easy blimmin' video. For you guys, it might be, obviously, after the editing and stuff, but wow. Take 7. Okay, I think they're in. Okay, so now we have it all sorted. This should be good, but it does look still pretty disconnected and stuff at the top. So I'm a little bit worried about how it's going to turn out. I don't know if you guys can see. There's quite like the gaps in between the buttons here is quite big, and it doesn't feel that plush. And that doesn't even go down right, so I don't think that's on properly, you know. So here's what I've discovered. If I remove the RB and the LB from this faceplate bit here, the faceplate goes on with no issues whatsoever. Yeah, and we can press the button and it's all good. It's all very flush. But what I'm going to do is remove that, and once I remove that, I'm then going to just test and make sure that the RB and the LB both work as well. So if I fold down the triggers and put these where they should be, they sit flush. We can hear that. They sit perfectly and they hit the buttons that they need to hit. The issue that we have is when they're both together, which again looks absolutely fine. No matter how much pressure or way I jiggle this about, it does not like it in the slightest. Okay, right. That does not feel good. Like, I don't know if I'm putting it up next to you guys. Compared to what I was just doing with the clicks, they are not clicking at all. That sounds awful. No, the buttons feel horrible, bro. Like, that feels awful, man. Okay, now we put this little thing back on. We put the analog stick back on. And now we're going to add the finishing touches, which are the new grip pads, which we simply he says simply should just be able to clip on. That one isn't, that doesn't seem to be going on. Okay, no. What about now? Is that? No. Okay, so that's somewhat right. So that looks clipped in, right? Does that look clipped in? I think so. But then as soon as like that shouldn't come off that easy. Look how easy that comes out. What? And this part, look. I'll push that in. Just coming apart from it. Compare that to the old one, right? So if I take one of the old ones, this is one of the old ones. This is right. So that's clipped in. That's like seamless. I cannot get that off. This is the old one. I can't just simply pull that off. So again, if we just pry it off, look at that. That's how it's meant to feel like. But I mean, come on, bro. No, it sounds like it makes a good connection, but it's just not wanting to play ball, man. The RB and the LB don't feel great. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't use these, man. Obviously, I'm trying to put them on, but they're horrendous. RB is okay. As you can see, it's not too bad. It's clicking. I can hear it. It's responsive. But as soon as I press like LB, it just completely goes straight back to the start. So it's obviously putting too much pressure on the button. And it's what I thought might happen with it. I mean, I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I don't know what to say. I'm a little bit disappointed. This RB clicks a little bit, and it's not horrendous. But saying that, it still doesn't feel right. And as for these, I mean, I've got, there's no words as to why these don't work. It's not ideal. They actually felt like pretty good quality, but they just don't fit the controller correctly. It was nice again to be able to take apart the controller and get into it and see what we can do. But so we haven't actually made any changes after all of that. We have tried to replace RB and LB. It's not worked at all. And we've also tried to replace the grips, but they don't fit. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to fork out a little bit more to get some better quality parts, I feel. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Apologies we weren't able to get this one fixed, but if you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you want to see more content from myself. I hope you guys are okay during this quarantine, and I hope you're keeping your minds occupied and keeping fit, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.